On a fateful morning in South Darfur, a Sudanese military airstrike rocked Nyala airport, killing a Kenyan pilot and igniting a firestorm of questions about Kenya's role in Sudan's devastating civil war. Was this an isolated tragedy, or does it reveal a deeper entanglement in one of Africa's bloodiest conflicts? On May 3, 2025, a Boeing 727 cargo plane was struck by Sudanese armed forces at Nyala Airport, a stronghold of the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces known as RSF. Among the casualties was George Nyamodi, a Kenyan pilot, alongside other crew members, including a South Sudanese pilot named Samson Ohide. Eyewitnesses reported multiple explosions, with the airport's infrastructure left in ruins. Nyala is a critical hub for the RSF, used for military supplies, evacuations, and allegedly smuggling gold. But why was a Kenyan pilot caught in this crossfire? To understand this, we need to step back. Since April 2023, Sudan has been torn apart by a brutal civil war between the SAF, led by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, and the RSF under Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo. Over 20,000 people have died, millions are displaced, and both sides are accused of war crimes. The SAF's airstrikes aim to cripple RSF logistics, but they often hit civilian targets, raising questions about their precision.
The entire issue is really strange. In any war, armed men are fighting one another. But in our case, it's civilians who are being targeted. Harm is inflicted upon us, civilians, not on the army or the RSF. We are paying the heaviest price.
The RSF, meanwhile, controls key areas like Nyala, making it a frequent target. The death of a Kenyan pilot has thrust Nairobi into the spotlight. Some reports and posts on X claim the plane was carrying weapons for RSF disguised as humanitarian aid. If true, this could implicate Kenya in supporting a faction in Sudan's war. The Kenyan government has stayed silent, with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Kenyan Civil Aviation Authority offering no comment. They noted no Kenyan-owned aircraft was reported missing, suggesting the plane was operated by a private or foreign entity, but the allegations don't end there. Enter Gachagua, Kenya's former deputy president, impeached in October 2024.
You know we have a problem in Sudan. There's a rebel movement called RSF. And the leader of that group is called Hemeti, has been the vice president of Sudan. So in 2023, William Ruto called me to his office and told me that diplomatically, a president can only invite a president to visit him, and he has a friend who is a vice president and he cannot invite him. So he wanted me to invite him on his behalf.
In February 2025 interview with KTN News, Gachagua dropped a bombshell. He claimed President William Ruto is the real commander of the RSF.
For the deaths occurring in the Sudan, the real commander of RSF is not Hemeti, it's William Ruto, because for a movement to succeed, it needs money. The money from gold is being cleaned through Kenya to buy arms, to go and kill women and children.
And you know my next question would be to substantiate these claims.
But I'm saying this guy was here, his movement was here the other day.
That's in the public.
Listen, no, I'm asking you. This man is international sanctions against him for genocide.
True.
He has been given a safe haven in Nairobi. He was here forming a government in KICC. That cannot happen without William Ruto.
He alleged Ruto invited Hemeti to Kenya in 2023 for gold trade deals, not national interest, and that Nairobi is a hub of laundering Sudanese gold to Dubai to fund RSF arms purchases.
He is using our country through your friendship to bring gold from Sudan, clean it in Nairobi, take it to the Middle East, use the funds to buy arms to go and kill people in Sudan. I told him, Mr. President, I am a father. I am a Christian. Just the way we are killing our children here through abductions, I cannot be party to what is happening in the Sudan, and I cannot invite Hemet here because he's coming here to clean his gold here, sell it in the Middle East, buy arms, go and kill children. I said, I will not. He said, you must. You are my deputy. This guy is my friend. We are doing biashara. Do you know by him not coming here what I'm going to lose? I said, Mr. President, I'm not going to do it.
Gachagua's claims, while unverified, stem from his fallout with President William Ruto and have fueled a speculation about Kenya's neutrality. The controversy deepened on February 18, 2025, when the RSF and allied groups held a meeting at Nairobi's Kenyatta International Convention Center. There, they signed a transitional constitution, a step toward a rival Sudanese government. Sudan's government was furious, accusing Kenya of hosting a parallel government and violating its sovereignty. Sudan recalled its ambassador and banned Kenya tea imports. Kenya's Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi denied these claims, calling them misinformation and stating the meeting was about self-determination, not forming a government on Kenyan soil.
For the avoidance of doubt, no government of Sudan was declared or formed in Kenya in Nairobi. I want that to be understood very clearly because there has been some misinformation that a parallel government of Sudan has been formed in Kenya. That is not true.
Sudan has branded Kenya a rogue state, alleging support for the RSF, a group sanctioned for atrocities. These have strained Kenyan-Sudan relations with potential economic and diplomatic consequences for East Africa. Gachagua's accusations and the Nairobi meeting have painted Kenya as a player in Sudan's conflict, whether by design or through private actors like mercenaries or contractors. The lack of transparency from Nairobi only fuels the distrust. So, what does this mean for Kenya and the East Africa? If Kenya is deliberately backing the RSF, it risks alienating allies and escalating regional tensions. If private Kenyan citizens or companies are acting independently, it exposes a gap in oversight. For Africans watching political trends, this saga underscores the fragility of neutrality in conflicts spilling across borders. Sudan's war is a humanitarian crisis, and Kenya's role, intentional or not, could shape its standing in the region. What do you think Kenya's next move should be? Newsroom, Maisha TV, Reader Kering Chubet.